Hey, what's up, everybody? Mogion Monster here. Welcome to Why the Fascination, or WTF. Stevie B will probably be joining us a little later. She's got a headache, and so she's laying down trying to take care of that. I think it's caused from a toothache. So good to see everybody. Hope you guys are doing well. Christy, how are you? Harold, what's up? Patrick, what's going on? Danny Staten, good to see you. WTF Mike, what's happening? Who else is in here? Wonder what the topic will be tonight, huh? Me too. What do you want it to be, Patrick? I don't come here, Connor. What's up? I don't come here with the topic in mind. I leave it up to you guys to come on and make a show. Talk about what you want to talk about. That's why I'm here. Hence the why the fascination. It's a question. It's a question I present to you guys. That is, what is it that keeps you coming back? Why do you hang out in this community? What's your story? That's the question. What's up, Wendell? Hey, Judy. So yeah, as usual, the link will be in chat. Link is in chat. If you want to come hang out, you want to bullshit, I want to talk to WTF Mike if you pop on. Yeah, click the link, follow the directions, pretty simple. If you don't want to be on camera, you hit stop camera at the bottom of the screen. You don't have to be on camera. Also, I ask is that you turn off YouTube and just use StreamYard so we don't get that echo. Everything sound all right here on this end? I know we figured out Tuesday that my speaker was the reason why we were getting that crackling sound. So I'm glad we got that squared away. Thank you, Christy. Hey, Jim. Nelson, what's happening? Good to see you. So, WTF Mike, apparently there's congratulations in order. You had a cookout, or cook-off, excuse me, and you won. That's cool. I saw, would you have 4 contestants? Wish I'd known about it. That would have been fun. I would have loved to have gotten in on that. I'd figure out how to film cooking. No problem. NAC, how you doing, David? How's the missus? Hey, Sharon. Like I said, Steve is she's just not feeling too well right now. So I said, chill, take it easy, feel better. But I wouldn't be surprised to see her pop up. Okay. He says, oh, yes, much appreciated. There's another one on February 9th. Really? You got to fill me in on the rules, and I'd love to do that. Patrick says, my specialty is barbecued baby back ribs. Right on. I just made ribs, although I did them in the oven 2 nights ago. 2 nights ago? 3 nights ago. Last night I did my version of chicken and dumplings. Fresh dumplings, home scratch. Everything was scratch except the chicken broth. But it came out really good. Connor, that went through my head. The music went through my head and everything. I think I even sang it in my head. Carol, what's up? Good to see you. See, Wendell's got a specialty. It's bologna sandwiches. Is that with cheese? Do you get crazy and put cheese on there? Maybe a little condiment. Yeah, I love to cook. I always cook. Oh, nice. Patrick says, I make my own barbecue sauce and use pecan wood. That works. Tonight I get these roasts. They're not really roasts. They're probably maybe that thick. Inch and a half thick. They look like a steak. They're good for throwing in a crock pot and making a stew or cutting it up or whatever. Shredded. But I treat it like a steak. And I grill them. That's what I did tonight. I steamed a bunch of vegetables. What did I steam? Broccoli, cauliflower, carrots, mushrooms. Yeah, I didn't know you could steam mushrooms either, but you can. Mustard, the most versatile condiment. Yeah, I like mustard. What's up, Richie? So Richie is up in Long Island, New York. That's where he's from, but he lives in Florida now. And he just hooked up. I don't know if it was this morning or yesterday with Long Island Bigfoot, LIB Mike, and they had breakfast, I believe, at an International House of Pancakes, IHOP, and he said it sucked. I won't tell you where, somewhere on Long Island. You don't have to say where, Richie. We don't have to. We'll just condemn the whole company, not just one store. No. Scott B, what's happening? Patrick said mushroom and red wine steak topping for steak. I don't cook a lot with wines. I know when you cook, the alcohol cooks off, but I don't do that much cooking with wine. So February 9th, there's another cookout. I'd really. What did you make, dude? I didn't see the whole cookout. I know I can go back and rewatch it, but I saw a short just before I went on the air tonight. I happened to be going through the shorts, and I saw one of your shorts where you just butterflied a big piece of pork, and then you're going to season it and then let it sit out overnight. Is that what you cooked for the cookout? How did it come out? Well, obviously it must have looked good because it wasn't a taste test. Aaron Lewis right now at PlayStation. Yeah, PlayStations have come a long way. They're not just for games anymore. Yeah, I'm just going to keep putting the link in chat so anybody can pop on. Again, for now, maybe the rest of the night, it's not just me. So, you want to join me? Feel free. How did Christy and Harold? How did your show go last night? Did you have a good show? Hey, Goodens Auto. Stevie's got a headache. I think it's from a toothache. Mr. Haywood, what's up, buddy?
What's happening? What's happening?
How the hell are you?
Hey, I came on here to get Mike to get up here. Hey, is he bashful now? He's not going to come up here and tell us about everything?
I don't know.
Man.
He says, I made pork belly cinnamon rolls in the smoker, lentil tacos, mashed and steamed cauliflower with an orange Julius based drink and orange zest on the pork. Sounds like you went fancy. That's what it was. It was a pork belly that you butterflied.
Hey, that was impressive to me.
Did you see that?
Anybody? Yeah, like the cinnamon rolls or whatever.
Yeah, I didn't see the whole. I didn't watch. I started to watch some of his show, and I realized that they were cooking or something, but I didn't stick around. I was just like in between doing shit, so I was like, I'll get back to it. I didn't.
Hey, anybody that can do something like that, they got my vote. Because daggone, hey, that's pork belly so close to being like fatback in a way. Hey, I'm down with that.
Jeez, my coffee cup is a wreck. So what have you been up to, buddy?
Man, trying to find a duck.
Did you give up on the fish?
So far until we get the boat fixed, but we did take it to a mechanic day before yesterday, and man, it was a trip because we went over here across the river, and this dude he flies little, what do you call the one-man airplanes or whatever?
Ultralight?
Yeah, ultralight, but he's got a flying boat. It's like an ultralight flying boat.
Oh, right.
Like a one. Hey, I told him, I said, man, come on now.
That explains all the sightings of UFOs in the area.
Damn right, dude. Hey, I said, that's a different way to fish private ponds without permission, And
right?
But I'm like,
you're not trespassing.
Hey, well, damn right. Hey, that's what I'm saying. I'm not touching the land.
Foot on your property.
Hey, but the only thing I got worried about, I said, shit, you can't drop in on some of them, Hey, you got to have a long runway or whatever to take off on it.
That's
right.
True.
But hey, he has got an airstrip in his yard on his property. He's got a landing strip. I don't know how long it is.
What is it, a river?
No. I mean, he's got
land a boat on an airstrip.
He's got land airstrip. You know what I mean? So yeah,
I've seen a video of a guy with the ultralight and attached to a boat.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, I'll be damn if I'm having anything like that. Really, maybe the boat because you can fall down in the water. But I'm thinking, hey, it's not like a car. If it breaks down, you don't get out to fix it. You're going down. He said he's got one. He's got one there that it's got a rocket that shoots up into the air off the top of it and lets out a parachute that is big enough to parachute the whole mess down there,
Yep.
But they have, he showed me pictures of like a biplane that they had in the club, the guys that he was with. It was always pretty cool. I never expected to run into that.
He's a UFO, an unidentified floating object.
No shit. Hey, but all we did was take him to rewire my buddy's boat.
Is that what's wrong with it? It needs to be rewired?
Man, I don't. It had to do with the tilt and trim on it, and we were out there trying to get it. We were putting a new toggle switch on it, and it didn't work. And I don't know. I mean, it's 3 wires.
Are you getting any power to it at all?
None. But see, that's what happened. We were sitting there trying to get it working, and it started melting the wires. But it stopped at the relays, and that's what I'm saying. I'm like, it's really weird. But if you saw, if you saw my buddy's wiring system that he got the boat this way, I mean, you could run a junior trailer park off of the wiring system that's in there. And I'm like, where in the hell do all these wires, what does it run? Because you got a depth finder, the electronic ignition on the motor. It's a 40
Yeah.
Johnson. And
Yeah.
I mean, that's it. It's simple. And I'm like,
How many?
where do all these
How many
wires
chicken
go?
lights are there? How many live wells? How many sump pumps? How many?
None. I
Yeah.
mean, all he's got is the running lights on the front and the one white light in the back. I mean,
Yeah.
it's really basic.
Yeah, so it should just be tilt, trim, ignition underneath
Exactly.
the column.
Exactly. And that's what I'm
Unless
saying.
you've got a lit dashboard, and then all them have a power. But
Nothing. He's got a console in it. It's a 16-foot
Yeah.
Sea Arc. But it's something else. Anyway, we've all decided, and we showed that guy, and he was like, man, I don't know where all this stuff goes. He said, but I'll streamline it. And so we're waiting to hear from that next week.
So what is
Yeah.
streamlining? Zip tie it?
Hey, no, just all those wires, man. I don't understand. He's gonna say, he said that he's gonna take out what wasn't necessary, you know. Yeah. And that's all my buddy wants.
Yeah, because sometimes on the trim, the piston that pushes it out,
Right.
it sticks, so you can actually tap it with a hammer or a heavier wrench or something, and it'll push it out.
Well, see, there's
But
something
shorted
weird.
out. I mean, obviously that's shorted out.
Yeah, but here's the deal too.
What up, Lib?
Okay, the motor dropped all the way down, like the hydraulic fluid had ran out of the jack system.
Yeah.
So we knew that was weird because you could not haul the boat. We had to lift the motor up and then prop it up just for the trip over to the daggone mechanic.
Huh.
So it's beyond my pay grade. I can promise you that.
Did it piss out the fluid?
Didn't find any. But you tell me this: how else is it going to get down? I mean, it was back up against the boat. It was weird. It was so low. I mean, it was like, I don't know, crazy.
Yeah. Unless it broke internally and all the hydraulic fluids on the inside of the
And
boat.
that's what that guy said too,
hull.
talking about the seal may have ruptured or something like that and let it.
Yeah.
But
yeah, because it's electric over hydraulic is what they are.
There you go. Because yeah. But
I've never had one fail, but I don't do salt water at all or nothing. So ours they lost a long time up here. All fresh water.
Well, this son of a gun, his time, maybe age on this one has something to do with it.
Yeah, the older I suppose it is, and then that seal could rot out if it sat any time in its life, and
yeah, boats are just a big hole in the water that you dump money into.
Yeah, bust out another 1,000. That's what everybody tells me boat stands for.
Yep.
I got two of them. I know how they feel.
He's I don't know. He's about to do a new motor. He's thinking about getting one. But I
got a 150 Evinrude over here if he wants it.
Good gracious. Yeah, that ought to help that 16-foot Sea Arc get on down the road.
Pushes a 19-foot Lund at 55, so I couldn't imagine what it'll do with that thing.
Well, that would go nice on my Sailfish.
There you go.
No, it's a 19-foot center console.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I would push that right along. Mine ain't center console. Mine's Lunds are. I sit on the wrong side, left side on a boat, the driver's seat, and then passenger. Split, walk through windshield, move up front. It pushes that thing 50, 55.
This has got a 115 Yamaha on it.
Yeah.
I got to get this thing out of the water and clean the hull, though. I don't have a trailer for it. I've been asking my boss or the mechanic, can you get me a trailer? And he just put me off.
Yeah. I got one of them, too, for a 19-foot boat. I put a double axle under that one because it's a tie-E. It's so damn heavy. It came with the single axle trailer. And I put a tandem under it. So I have that single axle sitting out back. It's a full roll trailer if you ever have somebody coming through this way down towards you, you can have it.
Oh, dude, they have the trailers. I mean, they're not my boats. I
Yeah.
just take care of them and clean them.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like your boat and you needed a trailer for it.
No, it's their. I work for a boat club.
Yeah, I
So
knew that. Yep.
I'm responsible for
Yeah.
the boats. So
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
one really needs its hull cleaned because it takes forever to get up on plane, and I know it's because of the hull.
Oh, yeah. I got you. Yeah, here I thought you just like bought a boat and it's just one of them that people had a dock and it never comes out of the lake.
No, I wouldn't buy a boat. Well, I can't say
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
But yeah,
But I
Mo,
don't
if
need
you
to
want
buy
to
a
join
boat.
the one, go ahead, sir. I apologize.
Oh no, I was just saying I don't need to buy a boat. I have access to them.
Yeah.
So
But if you want to join the cook-off February 9th, it's at 1 o'clock my time, which would be 2 o'clock your time, which is a
what
Sunday,
day?
by the way.
It's a Sunday.
Yeah. And the rules are there's 4 ingredients that have to be on your plate somehow.
Okay.
And the only one you don't have to cook on stream is if we have like we had like pork and beef and stuff, and sometimes people smoke them or slow roast them.
Sure.
You can start that early. But your other stuff, you can prep all your stuff and do all that, but then there's like the main cooking on it, and the plating has to be done on stream, and everybody takes pictures. I start a poll, and then there you got like 3 days we did on this last one. But everybody's got 3 days. You can share that poll out to get people to vote for you anywhere you want, however you want to share it
Okay.
out. Get everybody to vote for whatever they think it is, or if you're loyal enough to you, they'll vote for you, and then
What were the ingredients for this cookout? For
this
cook-off?
cookout coming up in February, we got the meat is chorizo,
Okay.
and then we got peaches for the fruit. Vegetable is zucchini, and then for our starch we have croutons.
That sounds like a challenge to me.
Yep. Yeah, last month was pork. Last month, the one I just won there was pork, cauliflower, lentils, and oranges.
Okay. Chessboard, what's up? He said, "Hey, Mogs, did you dig up that Haywood guy?"
Yes. Hello there.
We do one of them every month. We've been doing them a while.
So zucchini, chorizo, peaches.
Yeah, and I can send that to Stevie and email it to her if you want. I have a picture of the 4 ingredients you need. Chorizo, peaches, zucchini, and croutons. And you can use them however you want. You can take the croutons and crush them down.
Going in my head now.
You can take them croutons and crush them down back into powder and make a bread and bake it. And
I would make a
Same thing.
smoothie and put the croutons on top of it.
You can do that. On my community tab is a picture of them cinnamon pork rolls and stuff I did. Man, those things are amazing. I'm doing those again. That was the first time I've done them.
Well, look,
on the
how
smoker.
did? Well, I don't want you to give away all your secrets, but you had to do it low and slow to keep them from.
Yes, sir.
I mean, I'm thinking to myself to
To,
keep them from. To hold
running
them.
up. Yep.
Yeah.
250 for 4.5 hours.
But hey, that's my secret to like cooking fatback is that everybody tries to fry it and they burn it, and I put them mugs in the oven on a pan where the fatback grease doesn't stay there, and I'll bake them and they'll be crispy, and you can eat them son of a guns. Yeah.
Yeah, I put a giant catch tray under them in the smoker so that
there you go, sir.
Hey, Bobby.
Yep.
LIB said I had breakfast with Richie. It was good to see him again. It made me miss Florida.
Yeah, and then I did them like you seen in the short there. I filleted that whole pork belly open and laid in the maple and the brown sugar bourbon and cinnamon and more brown sugar and rolled it real tight. Sliced them like cinnamon rolls. And then let them marinate with that stuff on them overnight in my fridge. And then I made a brown sugar and actual bourbon, real bourbon.
See, I would
half a cup of bourbon and brown sugar. I made a glaze and glazed them, then made an icing, and then did an orange zest.
Man, I would have thought you would have like toothpicked them or something to hold them together.
Stringed them. I tied string
Did
around.
you?
Butcher string, right on.
Yep. Butcher
What
string and
pound
bacon.
test?
What pound test?
See, it'll melt during the cooking, and that way you have nothing to show.
There you go. Yeah. Not like your wife choking on some 50-pound test. The hell's that?
Damn. Use that Trilene extra limp the next time you use it.
Little
This
dental
is
floss too to get it out of your teeth.
brown sugar monkey bread.
Oh yeah, Patrick. That shit's addicting too. Yeah.
Man.
Man, monkey bread, period.
My sister would make that. And damn.
Yep. That's like crack bread right there. I couldn't believe how close to like a smoked cinnamon roll it tasted. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, my wife does not like fatty pork at all, and she devoured them things.
I like fatty pork.
Yeah. Yeah, she was my taste tester when you were saying obviously there's no taste testing. She was my taste tester. She was having like an orgasm eating them cinnamon rolls.
Fritz says Michael puts chitlins on top of his smoothies.
Mr. Fritz knows how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
There's your secrets, huh?
Well, I mean, he wanted to put a crouton on the smoothie. But the pictures of everybody's plates that competed are on my community tab there.
Well, I saw
put them up before the poll went up. Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, that was the voting.
The poll was in front of the dishes. I was like, well, I can't see.
Yeah. Yeah. But before that post, there's one back there, just the pictures of everybody's dish, the final plate.
Patrick says Jay puts Cheetos on top of his milkshake.
You've never had a Cheeto milkshake? Those are fucking delicious.
No.
We had Cheetos last year sometime as one of our starches. Everybody was blending Cheetos up into a powder and baking chicken or something in it.
Yeah, I would do that too. I would do fish with it, or I've used like Cool Ranch Doritos or regular Doritos or Ritz crackers or saltines for breadings. I've used a lot of goldfish. You know, those are good for breadings too.
Oh, the cracker.
Yeah. I wasn't breading goldfish. I was just using
I was like, what the
hell?
My brain literally thought like you were just in the fish tank. Yeah.
There was some goldfish owners getting offended by that one.
Right?
God damn almighty, I'm not going to listen to that shit.
I hope somebody leaves you a hate comment for that after.
Young sushi.
I mentioned that there's too many cats around here, and then I got comments that I hate cats. No, I don't. We have too many around here.
Hey, there's too many of anything. It can be a problem.
Yeah. And I hope my haters are watching because I was depressed on you guys last week. I kept coming back and looking at the live stream, hoping there'd be a comment. Nope.
Are you kidding me? You have haters?
Yeah. We even had a whole competition in both comment section. And then I kept coming back to the last week's stream there, the last one, and they didn't leave any comments. I was depressed. I was like, dang it. I lost my fans.
That's just like haters. They
Real
get
quick,
you all psyched up and then quit you.
I want to say prayers to Jay Fritz's girlfriend, Janet. She's going to have open heart surgery tomorrow. So
prayers to Jay's wife. Godspeed, bud.
I don't know if it's open heart, but it says heart surgery. They could do it in, I don't know how they're doing it, but
they are married now, aren't they? Right?
No, not yet.
No? Oh, okay. I thought they were.
Hey, why mess up a good thing, Mr. Fritz? Hey, you know. If it's working, don't try to refix that son of a
broken,
gun.
don't fix it.
Damn right.
All right, Patrick.
says, WTF, Mike, watch
Yeah.
for my comment on this one.
All right, buddy. I'm gonna watch too.
What's up?
That means I'm gonna have to take this live stream and post a community tab to it. That's what I did with the last ones. I had to post community tab. I'm like, worst comment wins. Well, best of the worst. I don't know how you want to put that. I just told everybody to go to the comment section and roast me. There were some good ones.
In mine, you put I didn't go to your community page. I have to check that out.
Yeah, I put a link to your channel and told everybody, here's your chance. Roast WTF Mike in the comment section. Most like comment wins $5.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
That's what that $5 is for, huh?
Yep. That's why I was asking Stevie to pick one so I could tell him PayPal somebody $5 or Cash App
right
or
on.
whatever they use. Because they all have the same amount of likes on them. You. You don't have haters, you ain't doing it right. That's what they keep telling me.
Yeah, I tell you what. I mean, there's some of them. I believe that's all they do is look for somebody. They'll drop in on something, whether they follow you or not, just to shoot a bad comment in there.
Yeah, I love the ones that get all upset and like really hatred of you. They're say your biggest fans. They'll watch all your stuff just to see what you're doing.
Wait for you to slip up.
Yeah.
Sharon says, I forgot to roast WTF Mike. I got to do that.
Yes, you do, Sharon. Yeah.
Bobby's
I was always going to ask Sharon if her last name was Guy because she's telling everybody she's a guy, or is it Sharon Guy and it's a girl, but that's just her name, sadly.
That's her name.
Oh, okay. So it is. I thought so. My brain likes to play weird tricks on me like that sometimes. And you're like, I know two guys named Sharon.
Easy now, not two guys named Sharon.
I do. The warden at our county jail, his name is Sharon.
Jay Fritz says, bad comments pay just as much as the good comments.
Yep. It's all an interaction. And that's what the best part. And they weren't interacting on my channel. It was I did it on Moats, so they could be as, they could say as naughty things as they want to, and it wasn't on my video. I didn't care.
I could imagine as a young man growing up being named Sharon, that'd be pretty rough.
Right.
But I'm already got my first comeback. We fixed to be sharing an ass whipping if you keep picking fun at me now.
Right. Mm-hmm. One of my lady friends whose name is Sharon. Also, she has the poor last name. Her last name is Cox, COX. I'm like, your parents did not think that through, did they? Like all through high school, everything growing up with
this one.
Yep. Yep.
I think that's my sister's married name now. Cox.
Yep. Oh, I could. That's my last name, Mike Cox. You like?
Oh.
Yeah, there's a Sharon Cox in town I went to high school and grade school with for part of time.
Kaiju, what's up?
Thought that was a naked Bigfoot in your avatar there for a second. It's pretty close until you zoom in.
That's funny. How's it going, Northwoods? Patrick says, I knew a woman named Gay. Her parents were dead on, too. I think they just doomed it for
that would be a heck of a family reunion right there.
Jim
what up, Kaiju?
There are several families around here named Cox.
Yeah. Yeah, we have two different ones even in my little town, but the COX ones, they should if your last name is Cox, you should never name your kid Sharon.
Hold on now. What's the other spelling if it's not COX?
There's one up here that's Cox, but it's like CAUX or something like that.
Oh,
Cax.
okay.
Cax.
Yeah, Cax.
Hey,
It's Cox, but you sound like you're from Boston.
I
Cax.
Yeah.
been saying,
Cax.
I thought I heard Andrew Dice Clay say something similar to that pronunciation one time.
Jay Fritz says my sister-in-law's last name was Bevar, Bevar.
Bieber?
Oh,
She was a nice beaver, I'll tell you that.
oh.
Michael, thanks
Yeah,
your maker you wasn't named Sue. Yeah, thank your maker you weren't named Sue. The old boy named
daggone
Sue.
right.
Yep.
It's
Sandra
bad
says, I had
enough.
aunts. One named Robin and the other named Clyde. Wow. What the hell is Clyde short
God
for?
damn.
Did they actually name a woman Clyde? Or is it
I,
short
yeah,
for
I hope not, Sandra. Who names a woman Clyde?
something?
That's the name of a horse. That's a
No, it's a Clydesdale. But yeah. Clyde.
you name a
Left turn
horse or a
Clyde.
dog Clyde. You don't name
The
a
name of
daughter
an
Clyde.
orangutan.
Michael Sue Haywood. What was that president? What president's wife was named Tipper?
I don't think it was. That's Tipper Gore, Al Gore's.
Yeah, that wasn't a president.
Was that Al Gore's wife?
Yeah, I would say.
Yeah, you don't name a woman Tipper. You name a horse or something Tipper.
That's what you do to a waitress.
Tipper. I knew a Dr. Anita Little. True story.
I knew a Russell Little growing up. I think that was the first time I met anybody with the same name as me as far as Russell.
Yeah. Yeah, the only weird name one we had was Sharon. And I don't know, with her whole life, that fucking name's lying. I'll tell you that. She was never sharing anything.
Jim says our dentist is Dr. Best. You're the best.
What up,
Doc.
Jim?
Yes, I am.
Hey, this true story. We had our dentist was Dr. Aiken, and his son became a dentist also.
Oh,
Yeah, Aiken.
I'm a relative to the Littles. What's the Sharon doing tonight, man?
Well, Mogs, what have you been fishing any
Yeah,
anymore?
not catching any.
Right.
It's just dead in the backyard, dude. Ever since they took out the weeds, I caught this evening. I got one small crappie and a warmouth, and that was
Right.
it. All
I
day.
got 8 nice perch today, but it was pretty slow.
Well, daggone. Yeah, but you can't complain if you got 8.
Yeah, but we were out there from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. I mean,
Okay, well, maybe you can
Yeah, but
complain.
it's not like you were roughing it.
no, we sit in the ice house there. But and Dad made a contraption. I sent Stevie an email of the picture of that gift card I told you he lost at the bottom of the lake.
Okay.
I told you guys that last week or whatever, or Tuesday or something. It fell out of his pocket and went to the bottom of the lake we've been ice fishing in.
Okay.
So he made this big contraption, and he took a bunch of 6-foot 1x2s, and he made a little splice there and started the screws and screwed them together. So as we were feeding it down the hole, we could stand the next one up and push it down there to get down to 14 feet. And then it still wasn't quite long enough because he only made 12 feet, knowing we're in 14 feet of water. So, I had the opportunity to stick my arm 2 feet in a frozen lake. which is a really good time, until we decided to zip tie the little scoop. There's a scoop to take the slush out of the hole when you auger through
Sure.
the
Yeah,
ice.
yeah.
Yeah, so we zip tied the scoop to the top of the thing so we could reach the last 2 feet without me having to stick my arm down there and trying to get that gift card and everything. And we got the underwater camera down there trying to see what we're doing, stirring the silt up and everything. And not thinking, I went to grab the camera to move it a little bit and I let go of that. And he made it out of lumber now, like pine wood, like cheap lumber. And I let go of this 14 feet of wood that's buried at the bottom of the lake, and I'm pushing it, holding it down with force because it's wanting to come up. That thing took up out of the hole like a Minuteman rocket, about took my head off, smacked the ceiling. Holy Lord, it put a little dent in the wood ceiling. I was like, good God.
Buoyancy's a bitch.
Yeah, Dad's laughing his ass off. He's like, you're lucky you got your nose out of the way.
That's funny. So much for the gift card.
Yeah, we buried it bad. It's buried in the silt. We can't even see it anymore. But
But you
before
can
I
see
did,
it.
before all that happened, yeah, before all that happened, I took a picture of it with my phone, zoomed in, and I sent it to Stevie. She has it in her email. But yeah, you can see it clear as day.
Hmm.
And between all that and the trying to operate this thing that wants to float and scoop it up, and he made his own little shovel on the bottom of this contraption, this
Yeah.
14-foot stick. He took a little piece of like aluminum, what do you call that? Expanded metal?
Yeah.
Yeah, he took some of that and bent up the aluminum, made like a tiny little dustpan looking thing on the end of a 14-foot stick. With all the holes so the silt and the water and stuff would flow through, we figured, and could get right under it. Yeah, it didn't quite work that way. Not at all.
Prospecting says in 1968, Governor Hogg in Texas named his daughter Ima.
I'm a hog? Oh, great.
At some point in my life, I would kick my dad's ass for that.
Mm-hmm.
Leave it to Wendell to come up with the most information there on something like that. Thank
Right.
you, Wendell.
I don't know if I could never marry somebody with last name Hog. Quit hogging the blankets. I was born a hog and will stay a hog. What the
Jim says there's also a family here named Pig.
I know some pig, but it's not their last name.
I'm just.
We got your basic ones. We have a Tom Cruise in town. We have an Alan Jackson.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
James Lee. The Bangers named their son Richard.
that one only gets more funny when you remember what the short for Richard is. Yeah.
So, Mike, how often you go ice fishing?
Oh, every chance we get.
Right.
It's like a little cabin on the lake, kind of, you know.
Well,
We leave it set up there, and we just go out there, open up the door, walk in, turn the heater on, we're fishing.
Right.
13 kids when we were little. There were 13 of us kids, and Dad couldn't afford a lake cabin, so now we go every chance we can.
13. What are you, Mormon?
No, it's North Dakota. There ain't nothing to do here.
Oh, winters, I forgot.
Yeah. I know a Richard Chase.
Patrick says, I know a Richard Chase.
Yeah.
Kathy Bates, how are you?
Lord have mercy.
Speaking of Dick Chase.
Lord.
Wow.
Oh.
Michael Haywood trusts go ice fishing and hockey rinks.
Wendell, that's like the family name Glasscock. Hello, Mouth. Hello, Kathy. You can't call me Mouth, Kathy. I don't look like a moose.
Huh. So yeah, guys, the link is in chat. Don't believe me? Look. Anybody wants to click on the link and join us? Come hang out. Click on that link. Just seeing if I missed anything in chat. Jay Fritz, have you been fishing at all? I want to come over by you and do some fishing, dude. I know Stevie wants to also, so.
How far apart are you guys?
Huh?
How far apart are you guys?
At the most, probably 6 miles.
Oh, you're not that far at all. What's he on the other side of the lake?
Basically.
Same lake, the other side?
He's the next town over.
Oh. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. I won't wait. I bet the family photographers are starving since wintertime cook-off contests have taken over.
Well, hey, I can imagine, but y'all got, I mean, what's everything like now? Y'all still got snow on the ground up there, Mike? Or
Oh, yeah, this won't melt till April,
I was
May.
going to say, Phil? It ain't going nowhere.
Mm-mm.
I tell you what, we've been having cold weather here.
Nah, I don't want to hear about it, Mike.
I know it. I know it don't count as cold weather for you, but for us, some pretty tough stuff. Hey, and I mean, it's a streak of it going into next week. We're supposed to get down into, they said possibly 15 next week.
Jaron says, can y'all believe they're talking snow here in Louisiana for next Tuesday and Wednesday?
There you go.
Yeah, because I get it Sunday, Monday, and then it moves down, picks up moisture, and dumps snow down there. Yeah, we have the Arctic blast hitting Sunday. Yeah, Sunday, Monday. Sunday the high is -10. Monday the high is -11, and the wind's supposed to be blowing like 45 mile an hour. So we're talking wind chills of that -40, -50.
Well, I'll never talk junk about having warm winters again and stuff like that. Woo!
Kathy says,
I absolutely love the cold.
PTSD from the last time on your panel. I'm getting a rash thinking about it.
Right.
So Jay's neighbor caught a crappie that was almost 3 pounds off the dock, and he caught a 3-13 3-pound, 13-ounce bass.
Wow, nice. Couple of young kids in our reservoir up here caught a crappie like that. It was like 4 pounds something. Two of these little 10-year-old boys are holding it side by side, and it's like as wide as they are.
That's a big fish.
I forget what the Florida record is. What was it?
The thing was massive.
I think it was 3 something. I swear. Yeah. I think we looked at that thing.
A 4-pound crappie would be a state record here.
Man, yeah. I think the North Carolina's like 5.
Yep. I was looking on our fishing page on the local fishing page on the Facebook thing there, and these 2 10-year-olds, one of them's holding the mouth and the other one's holding the tail, and it's about as wide as both their shoulders.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something else that gets me is like out there in Arizona at Lake Havasu, where that 6-pound shell cracker.
Oh
Dude,
hell,
hey,
yeah.
that son of a gun will strip your gears. Could you imagine the way
Speaking,
a 1 pound shell cracker
That thing
fights
was
6
scary
pounds?
looking, dude.
Yeah,
It just looks so out of proportion.
right.
yep.
Like its face didn't fit the whole rest of the body.
But I mean, I had to wonder what was it eating, kids or what? You know, I
You
just
know,
Have you ever seen the goldfish they caught out of Lake Havasu?
no.
You gotta look that up. That is mental. Like I get it, they can get big in an aquarium, but like when they get free in a lake, holy crap!
oh yeah, they'll get a
Yeah,
goldfish is the only fish that will eat itself to death. Like if you just
I
keep
couldn't
feeding it,
believe
it'll
it.
keep eating until it dies.
Hey, man, I had some of those little bitty ones that were just a little bitty goldfish. And I had
Good
them
bait.
in my Redneck Sea World, the above ground pool where the liner tore a little bit. 9 inches. Those little goldfish grew up to be 9 inches. And I got
Yeah,
thinking,
They're a carp.
hey, yeah, but what I got thinking, hey, if I could grow them up to being close to that size and start using them for bass bait or catfish bait,
Some places you can use them for bait, some places you can't.
yeah,
Because they're in the carp family, if they survive, they can,
yeah,
reproduce and
yeah. They can
now
be a
you have
detriment
an
to the lake.
invasive
Yeah,
species.
hey, I had a 2 pound
yeah.
crappie and a 6 pound bass in my Redneck Sea World.
Naoma, how are you? Naoma says, huh, guess that makes me a goldfish. Meaning she'd eat herself to death.
Yeah, Christy, that's quite common up here. People don't get it, but it's quite common for that -30 to -50 wind chills and stuff in
Oh
temps.
yeah, same thing in like Wisconsin,
Yeah.
Minnesota.
See, that's the kind of see what. Hey, if your car breaks down in that kind of weather, I mean, what do
Hmm.
you know what I mean? What do you always go around with provisions in the
Yeah.
trunk?
Yeah,
Yep. Yeah.
actually you do.
Yeah. Yeah. It's thermal blankets, and there's a little fire starter thing. You can start a fire, and it's a metal coffee can comes with it, kind of thing, to
Right.
keep warmth in the vehicle. And you
I've
crack a
seen
window
those with
open.
like sawdust and wax or whatever.
Yep. Yeah, it's all hard pack in there, and it'll keep heating the vehicle without having the engine running and stuff. To crack a window open.
Patrick says I refuse to live in states that have snow fences.
Yeah, yeah, they make the highways way worse. People don't know how to place them, and it's a terrible idea.
Kathy Bates says, "Oh my God, Michael has been eating out of people's goldfish balls." Serial
Ooh.
killer alert. Naomi says, I refuse to believe in snow, but it believes in you, hon.
That's
Michael,
like that last.
that's
Go
when you
ahead.
pray you don't break down.
Oh yeah. Hey, but I talked
Yeah.
to a dude today saying this. This guy was a trucker and he was telling all his stories. As we were sitting around where these guys, we go to talk to them. They got a wood stove, and after we were looking around for ducks this morning and everything, we stopped in and shot the breeze with him. This guy was talking about his times trucking. He said he was in Wyoming and they let him through. He said because they were trying to barricade roads, and he had to get through. So he went on by himself on the highway, and his truck finally got to where it just couldn't go through the snow anymore. He said he stayed on that strip of highway 3 days.
Yeah, sir. Yeah, quite
Hey,
common.
yeah, but I mean, what I'm saying, if you're not prepared,
Yep.
hey,
Then
he
you,
said he
if he wasn't prepared and went out on that highway on his own, I mean
right.
that's way poor judgment right there.
Oh
But
yeah, oh yeah. Well, money. I mean, when you
yeah,
look at getting over the road and everything,
yep,
Yeah,
and
but
that's
most
what
of
he
those truckers are prepared.
right.
They have rigs with sleeper cabs and
Well, that's what he
refrigerators.
said.
yeah.
He said that was a long 3 days though.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
But I mean, hey, you sure ain't gonna get out and walk nowhere out there in that kind of country.
No, I wouldn't in Wyoming. That's more desolate than North Dakota.
And that's what he was saying. He didn't say how far it was to the next town or nothing like that. But he said,
Yeah. Yeah, normally if you look, you can spot like a farmland or something. You can kind of move towards it and be warm, and
Sure.
But you can't be broke down in North Dakota anyway. You can't be broke down here for more than a half hour without like four people stopping. You need help?
yeah. Well, see, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, somebody like from down here and going up there, there's little things that you could never imagine. I mean, like going outside of your house or whatever. Hey, what if you got locked out of your own house in that kind of weather?
Yeah. Yeah, most anybody here, you can go right to a neighbor's or anything. They'll let you in. Wait for a locksmith to show up or anything.
Yeah, we're who was I
If it got
talking?
that cold though, and I had to get in my house, I'd break a window. I mean, it's cheaper than dying.
Oh no, there's somewhere where it's like it's illegal to
Staple
lock
up
your
some
doors.
plastic garbage bag. That's up in Canada.
Yeah. Okay.
That's up in Canada above Maine over there because of the moose attacks. Is why.
Yeah.
Yep.
Michael
Yep.
laughs. It's a true story.
Yeah.
No.
The moose are so prevalent in that part. It's up by Labrador there. The moose are so prevalent that they'll charge you, and yeah, it's a town city code violation to lock your door in case somebody's got an escape on a moose attack.
Yeah, that's
It'd be- yeah,
it's smart though. I mean,
yeah.
I gotta find out why Northwoods has to go to North America. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. He says I need to find a place to live where winter temperatures stay above freezing. Yeah, try the equator.
Florida for the most part.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know that here in my town we've reached freezing yet. We've got say 37, 38. But I don't think we've gotten down to 32 yet. But apparently
I know I heard a weather report out of there that they have to start looking out for fallen
iguanas.
geckos or some crap. Iguanas. There you go.
Lord have mercy.
True story, man.
Right.
They freeze and they fall out of the trees
Mm-hmm.
down in South Florida.
Well, maybe a good freeze is what y'all need then, because I heard a bunch of people. Well, I didn't hear it, but I saw it. Where like they are really a nuisance like that.
They don't die. Like one guy, he went around and collected them. They were all frozen, and he throws them in his car, and he's driving down the road, and they all thawed out.
What the,
Yeah.
look like they just ate a Viagra or something.
It's so cold up here in the morning, Michael Hayward. I gotta have a half a Viagra just to not pee on my shoes.
Lord, that's fairly cold there. That's fairly cold.
Jay says it's been colder this year than any other times in Florida. It hasn't been terrible. I mean, like tomorrow morning, I don't know. It's not going to be cold because I got to be at the boat by like 6. And I don't want to wear jeans. I just have this thing about wearing shorts.
Right?
So hopefully,
Oh, is that because we brought up moose, Kathy? Is that why you're telling me to fuck off for?
my stuff.
Oh,
Naomi says, I can honestly say that I do not have any issues peeing on my shoes, no matter what the temp is.
as a matter of fact, if it was that cold, I might do it just to warm up a little bit.
Connor says
You
when I
don't
lived in Minnesota for a while, I had to walk to work in -degree weather. I did the
Yeah.
same thing in Wisconsin. I probably
until
had
you're up here and
2-mile walk, and it was -30. That was brutal.
yeah. Yeah, until you're up here and you go through the struggle once or twice, then people realize it.
Woo!
The joys of wearing Carhartts fucking all winter long and trying to get 2 inches of pecker out of 4 inches of Carhartt is the joy of the pea.
Tina, what's up? She says, "Oh my god, that moose story was so funny."
Yeah.
Right, Tina? Good Lord.
I think my dog has to go out.
Uh-oh. You know what that means.
Make a fart sack. That'll keep you warm.
There you
The
go.
Lord have mercy.
I'm not quite sure how you do that, but all right.
Oh,
What up, Wasabi? USA all day.
USA all day. How's it going? Yeah, I wouldn't know where to start. 'Cause
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
I don't want my
I suppose.
pillowcases smelling that bad.
Yeah, exactly. But then you could use a Walmart bag, but would it float away?
I might.
You get enough methane in it?
Bags up near the ceiling.
Don't pop it, whatever you do.
No, pop it.
Woo!
Oh, don't touch it.
It's like a new game of hot potato.
Don't let it float too near the fireplace.
Oh,
Yeah,
good
eat
Lord.
some beans, climb into the sleeping bag, close it up tight, and let her rip.
Oh, okay. I got you.
I don't know how much heat you're going to get out of it, but
Yeah, I was wondering if Kathy was going to come on and tell us another animal story this week. That's kind of. I'm sure she's got to have some other exciting adventures.
I guess
Oh, she does. I know him.
Safari story.
Right? That was the only safari one. I don't know if she went back. I mean, a few times after that, but
She went back. She went back.
Oh yeah. Well, there's a red rocket story. There's a cow story. Yeah.
This one time I was feeding a squirrel.
There's a rooster story. They used to have a mean rooster when she was a little kid. There's a rooster story.
Mean roosters suck.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's the only time you've ever in your life seen Kathy Bates run away from a cock. That's
I'm sorry. Yeah, I used to take care of these two spotted donkeys. I used to muck their stalls and stuff. And there was a rooster on the property, and he was a mean little fucker.
Yeah.
Constantly attacking you. He would just jump up feet first, and you're like, what the fuck?
Yes, sir.
One time, WTF Mike was at band camp.
Kicked him a few times.
I seen Patrick Bond and a flute. It was weird.
Hey, but people talk junk and they say, "Oh, a rooster won't hurt you like that." I'm gonna tell you something. You get one about 5 pounds, and that's
Right.
something gonna. Hey.
Yeah, them towns, they'll tear you up.
If you're in sand where they get their spurs good and sharp,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you can play badass all you want to, but I'm gonna tell you something.
Yeah, you see the mean ones, and then there's no doubt in your mind them things were related to velociraptors back in the
day. That is true. That is
I
true.
can see that.
Yeah, only that one time? Well, it could have been more than once, Christy. I don't know. Ask Patrick about the flute.
Played the flute and trombone at the same time. Nailma says, there was this one time when I was scooping up a frozen squirrel on my front porch, but suddenly it jumped up and ran up my shovel onto my arm, got to my neck, grabbed an ear, and held on a while.
What the hell?
Lord, now that's a story there now.
Right? Good old. Today the squirrel went berserk.
Hey, but in that position, what you gonna do? Huh? When he decides to open his mouth.
She says, I swung around. At some point, it let go and flew across the yard where it hit the dog.
The dog didn't eat it?
Where it's
My dog would have been all over that. Oh, we got our butts chewed from my dad so bad for doing that. We're full grown adults, so mind you. We were living out of the house. But Dad, we've got fruit trees in his backyard. He's got a pear tree and an apple tree, and there's another one that's back there. But the squirrels will eat the fermented fruit that falls on the ground and get drunk.
Oh,
And
yeah.
they'll come up on the deck and everything and like stumble around on the deck and then they'll lay there and like spread their legs out flat like when we're drunk and you're laying on a bed and you put the one foot on the ground to keep the room from spinning.
Sure.
They'll lay there like that on the deck. But me and my brothers took Dad's colander, the big strainer, and tied it to a bunch of giant rubber bands, and we're making squirrel launching devices. Oh, Dad chewed our ass.
Well, there's nothing worse than a bunch of drunk squirrels.
Oh, we were putting the fermented fruit in the little colander and pulling that band back and just waiting for the freaking squirrels to get in it, trying to launch them things.
Man,
This is only like 4 or 5 years ago.
It's so bad that he took off running until he hit the road and slid on the ice.
No, Cassie,
That was all right.
You're
Hey,
not innocent.
you had a dog named Bocephus. I can't argue. Anybody's got a dog named Bocephus is all right.
Nope. Yeah.
Right. Really? Exactly. Yeah.
About that time, a car drove by and the guy had to swerve to keep from hitting Bocephus and took out the neighbor's mailbox. It had a bird.
Damn it,
feeder.
Hank Jr., get out of the road.
The bird. Y'all seen the video of the raccoon that broke into a toolbox and ate the weed chocolate? Nuh-uh. I'm gonna have to look that up now. How about a drunk monkey instead of a squirrel? I ain't never seen a drunk monkey either, Roger.
I remember when I was a kid, there was a movie. It was I forget the name of it, but it was like a documentary, and it showed all the animals in Africa eating off of these trees that the fruit had fermented, and everything got drunk. Everything got drunk.
Hey,
Monkeys, giraffes, elephant. They all got fucked up.
speaking
Never
of
trust a
monkeys,
frozen squirrel.
hey, the best one, I hate to sit here and tell it, but Bama Murdoch was telling us at the camp out in October about some of his old police adventures and stuff and that he had heard of. He told us about a guy that had a break-in called in at a warehouse or whatever. And the guy went in there and there was a monkey in there, but he didn't know it or whatever, and said the monkey jumped on the guy or whatever. But I can't tell it as good as what Bama did, but Lord.
Bama can tell a good story.
I ain't lying. That was a great one.
Yeah.
You all jacked
I appreciate, the cop stories.
Yeah.
Man, yeah.
It's coming from a line of cops. It's
right.
Just, where the guy next to me might be, I don't want to hear this shit,
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a video going around right now. It just happened like last year or the year prior. And it's a fire broke out in the Bronx in New York there. And it was way up in this apartment, and they got the big ladder and stuff up there, and the fire team's about ready to go into the window. And the guy's trying to push the window up, and he's about to break it, and a Bengal frickin' tiger. Somebody keeping this apartment. comes charging at the glass.
Hmm.
That'd have been a no for me. Nope.
I
Burn the
saw
place down.
That's
What are you doing? You're 40, 50 feet in the air, and a Bengal tiger's between you and a pane of glass.
with his ass on fire, jumps out the window.
Right? He's going down the ladder with you without you. Mokes, I thought you said you like cock stories. Oops.
Yeah, I'd hate to have to deal with a tiger, and he's sitting there worried about the fire.
No kidding.
Patrick said, I heard of the monkey. The jet pilot was flying back with him, and it found the ejection seat button.
Huh?
What in the hell have you got a monkey flying?
Why would you have a monkey in a jet with you?
Why would they send a monkey to space?
Damn it!
Well, because it's cheaper than human life, and it's real close to us.
That was supposed to be a right turn, Clyde, not the ejector seat.
Right?
Wrong orbit, Clyde.
Did you look up the airdrop beavers, Michael?
No, I have not.
Oh,
no, I have not.
Okay.
That's really an amazing story, though. Yeah, that's something else. I just never figured that there was any place where they would want them that bad. You know, I mean, I guess it's good to have, but to go through all that.
Yep. Well, it was cheaper to do that than it was, to move them out and do all this other groundwork. So.
Right.
Northwood said one spring cops were responding to an alarm at the local farm supply store. When they went in, they found that a bunch of the rabbits got loose and were all over the place.
Holy God. I did that to my sister, not rabbits. I put a bunch of geese that were alive in her garage once.
Yeah, I know she appreciated that. Did you feed them up real good before you put them in there?
They put them in there hungry as mean as hell.
Hey.
She got home and got out of her car, shutting the door, and the goose apparently pinned her on top of her car until her husband got home.
Hey, that's another son of a gun right there. They will pinch the blood out of you if they bite you.
Oh, yeah.
Woo.
Yeah,
I mean,
they'll pinch it. I mean, they won't ever, they don't draw blood. Right. It doesn't hurt real bad to me, but yeah. Yeah, they chased her around that car. She climbed up on it. She was up there for an hour and something until her husband got off work.
Way to go.
Her husband called me dying laughing. He's like, you wouldn't believe the sight I seen when I got in the garage. He's like, your sister's on top of the car and there's 4 geese just a honking. He's like, they seen the door open when I come in. They all ran. I'm like, I know I put them in there. He just started laughing more.
Wendell says there was a drunk walking with one foot on the curb and the other in the street. And a police officer said to the man, you're drunk. And he said, oh, thank God. I thought I was crippled.
Oh.
We bought a turkey
Mike is so big.
one year. Damn thing lost so much weight, we had to go hunting. You're supposed to feed him, dude.
I don't think you can blame me there, Kathy. That was your story, not mine. You can tell him the story about the dog and the old folks home, Kathy. That was an interesting one I didn't want to know about.
Well, if you didn't want to know about it, I'm sure the rest of us really don't want to know about it.
Inquiring minds don't really want to know about that.
Nope. Kathy used to work at a nursing home.
There was a zoo in southeast Oklahoma where the tigers got out of their exhibit. They're still on the loose to this day.
Oh, hey, there wasn't even the exhibit though, was it? I thought like some drug guy down there had tigers and wild animals and crap.
No, it was the Tiger King. If you ever watched that or followed that,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
somebody had taken over, like, because he went to jail.
Yeah.
And the person that took over, I don't know if they moved the tigers or whatever, but anyway, some tigers got out. If you ever watch Tex's Front Porch, Tex, he researches down in that area, and one night he was down in on the Red River, in the hell's the name of it, Brown Springs, and it's right on the Oklahoma Texas border, and they swear they saw a tiger, or they saw the eyes of what could have been a tiger.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, like the hat I wear all the time with that yuck on it, that YUC, that's Yank Your Crank. He's a custom crankbait maker for fishing. He's in Oklahoma, and he tells me he goes out all these little ponds and everything to try his baits and all this stuff. But he tells me of all these weird big cats he sees all over down there. And he tells me about these people that used to run drugs in there. All their wild, exotic animals got out and crap too.
Yeah, hey, that's what gets me. I'm like, okay, you got something like that. Apex predator. Yeah, that's what I want for a pet. One day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, one day. Yeah. The big cats don't bother me so much. The people with the 18-foot pythons and shit are the weird ones to me.
Right.
or the 12 or 14-foot alligator. Just what you want as a pet.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. The big cats kind of get me too, though, because Lord.
Yeah. What?
Little unpredictable, and they can mess you up.
Yo, yeah, easy. Just getting
about alligators
licked by tigers.
Florida. I just had this weird thing about alligators, and now it's like, I see them and it doesn't faze me. I'm not getting in the water with them. But
hey.
Yeah.
I don't know about
I met another guy a couple months ago. His name's Gator, actually Gator Soft. And he's down in Florida. He's got 14 pet alligators in his backyard.
Yeah.
Something like that. And they're huge. And he's got a little sunshade in the middle of a big lake, and it's all fenced in. And they all hang out in there. I'm like, nope.
Man, yeah.
I haven't seen any gators out here for a while since it started to get cold. I don't know where they go. I don't know if they're burrowing somewhere or no idea.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know. It's like,
yeah, I got to agree with you there, Patrick. Yeah, I got a big aversion to getting eaten. That's new. If it kills me instantly first, yeah, I don't care what happens after that. But yeah, tigers have very, very spiky tongues. They can lick meat right off of the bone with their tongue alone.
What's up, Kathy?
Yeah. Well, hey, it's not those spiky tongues I worry about as much as the choppers they got on them.
Yeah, the damn teeth, yeah.
Yeah.
But still, a tongue lick that can take your skin right off? No thanks.
Yeah. Well, I figure by the time you're able to take that tongue lick, you about throw it in the towel anyway.
Well, wasn't there a Bigfoot story out recently about a guy that was abducted and the female Bigfoot kept him in like a hole in the ground, but what she did is she licked his palms and the bottom of his feet raw, so he couldn't go anywhere.
Damn it.
You would know better than I, but I've never heard that.
Can't say it's a true story. I heard a
good one the other day, or saw it on Facebook or whatever. The guy was talking about. They had went deer hunting and they put their buddy in the stand, and it was like, well before daylight. Said they heard old Hank over there, whatever his name was, cranked off 5 rounds in the dark. Said, well, hey, we better go check him out, see what's going on. Said, but you didn't have to wait long, said, because when they started to take off, he was running down there to them. He said he had just had Bigfoot reached in the window of the deer stand and took his cell phone from him. He said, well, what did you do? He said, well, I shot through the side of the deer stand 5 times. They said, well, they thought, you full of it or whatever, and said they went over there. And sure enough, there was the 5 holes in the deer stand. Looked over there and they found where a pool of blood was there, and they went on up there a few 100 yards, and there was a gorilla laid dead over there with the cell phone still in his hand. I don't know. I don't know whether to believe that or not, or whatever, to research into it to believe it. But I'm still wondering where somebody dug up a silverback gorilla at to have it out there in the woods.
Yeah. Well, they say that animals escape from zoos all the time, and like nobody gets mentioned. They can go a long distance, but
Oh yeah. So Patrick says, and you said you have an aversion to being eaten. Naomi says, I don't mind being eaten, not one bit. She said, I am told that the tiger's tongue is the second most dangerous, the woman's tongue being first.
It does cut like a razor.
You're damn right.
Uh-oh, there she is.
I wanted to know why I was down in that basement forever, but then
They let you go?
because you're only 4 foot tall, it was hard to see.
Basically,
Well, but then right
true.
away Wendell comes up.
Because
It's
your background is black. I am in blackout mode right now, so everything, like my background is black. Everything is black. The only thing that I see that lights up is your name backstage.
Well,
And we don't
blue.
we don't
So I
appreciate you complaining
well,
about
I
the dungeon like
apologize for any,
surroundings.
anyway.
I remember. I'm telling you, I'm still having PTSD from the last time I was up here.
Hell, I know a lady with a dog that visits nursing homes who could probably cheer you up a little
Oh, shut the fuck up!
There it is. There's the PTSD. Lashing out in anger. I knew it. I knew there'd be trouble if she came on here.
Well, your mouth isn't helping, Michael.
Well, thank you. At least I
Michael.
know it's working. Hey,
Uh-huh.
Jay Fritz says, start waving your arms, Kathy, or flash them. next
Yeah,
time."
flash them next time, yeah. All you're going to do is get a picture of her toes.
hello, Wendell.
Hello,
And hello,
Mike.
Kathy.
How are you?
I'm liking your beard you got going there, brother.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Why is that you?
Good to see you, Wendell.
Is that a
You
new?
talk about the
Is that a
animals.
new beard window?
No, it's just the old one you had laying around.
Yeah, it's just.
I didn't
No,
even.
they-
Hear. I asked Wendell.
Damn it,
and all
Kathy.
you
Think
answered-
about it before you ask these kind of questions.
I asked him a fucking question. I asked Wendell a fucking question. Everybody answered.
Well,
it.
yeah. Wendell
That's what
talked
we're
to her,
trying to
please.
tell you. It ain't a new beard. He bought it used.
All we ask is just use the best of your mental faculties here when you're here.
That eliminates you, don't it, Michael?
I don't even ask.
Hey,
There you
that's
go.
enough of that.
Thank you, Wendell. Thank you.
Accidentally shot a huge parrot out of the top of an acorn tree when I was a kid. Thought it was a squirrel, but it tasted okay.
That's a brightly.
I ain't never seen a bag full of squirrels.
Come on now. Hey, if we can't tell a parrot from a squirrel now, we ain't going squirrel hunting if you go play like that.
You shouldn't be hunting in a pet store.
Hey, I like to freak out.
I'm not
I'm
allowed
telling
back
you,
at that PetSmart.
we went.
Do you? I mean, not Wendell. I'm sorry, honey. Michael, do you
Don't
only
call
have?
me Wendell.
I'll call you anything I fucking want.
Goodness. Okay.
Norma, good to see you.
So
You have
bend
my
over and
permission.
I'll shove it up your ass.
Lord, have mercy. See, there she goes.
Do you only have one eye?
Scary in here.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Huh.
Only
I
have-
know what eye you're showing. Big enough to shove a car up it.
Goodness gracious, Kathy. You're so delicate.
I know. I learned that from Mike. I was always a innocent nun.
Right.
Yeah.
You're just corrupting people left and right there, Mike, huh?
Yes.
Apparently, yeah.
Bad influence.
Yeah, except for she didn't know me in 1987.
Yeah, hey.
Is that a good thing?
Yeah, that's when she went through the Ohio park.
Mike just called her during finishing school. Mike finished her up there and brought her into the master's class.
Uh-huh.
The sun wasn't up.
My last name is Bates. What are you talking about, master's class?
Oh.
I think I joined at the wrong time.
All right, Wendell. Hey, hold your nerve. Hang in there with us.
Come up.
The best is yet to come. Or something.
I jumped in here to talk about the people with the animals. I had a friend that had a.
Oh
Yeah,
Well,
tell us
Kathy's-
about it, Wendell.
You had a friend that had what window?
no!
A friend of mine, he was a Cherokee Indian and did powwows. He had a bear, and the bear attacked him, put him in the hospital.
I guarantee it.
But
Yeah. Was he surprised? I mean, he shouldn't have been. I mean, it's a bear.
Well,
Hell, that's
he
glad it wasn't me.
scared
You
the
might have a
bear
story.
and had retaliated.
what did he do to it? Touch
He
it where?
scared he just come up behind him and it didn't know it was there.
Spooked him.
Everybody knows you duct tape a bear's mouth before you do anything like that.
I didn't know that.
I don't know if you can get away with that anymore.
Oh, probably not.
Just
If
let
the
me
bear gets
film you
away,
duct
he now
tape
has
it.
a duct tape mouth.
Hey,
Like with the Gators,
me-
use electrical tape.
yeah.
I got pictures of him and the bear sitting side by side, him hugging it and all that.
But you see, that's what I'm saying. An animal like that, just a moment. That's all it takes, and you are
Mm-hmm.
No,
done for.
I want to know,
He also
Mike.
had a mountain lion and a buffalo.
This guy was hugging on a bear that came up behind him. Can't
Mhm.
you come up now? If that would be me, the story would have been 10 times the
Worse.
story.
Don't try to get selfies with bears. That's the. No, he walked up on the bear. He had the bear as a pet. He walked up behind it,
Yeah.
scared it,
Yeah.
turned on him.
Turned on him and mauled him. Now, if it would have been Kathy telling the story, it'd been like, well, I had a T-bone in my lap. And I
there you
went
go.
to
I just had a 6-pack of Reese's cups sitting in my lap when the bear happened to go berserk.
no into the
Patrick says duct tape. Turning no into
There you go.
I'd like to tell Jay Fritz to shut the fuck up.
Well, there you go. Greetings to Mr. Fritz there.
who, Wendell, Kathy, and her pet moose.
Who else can we upset here?
The story about the guy on the sidewalk, my grandmother told me that is a true story.
Down on the
Lord,
sidewalk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the drunk that was walking with one foot on the
Oh.
curb. In the
Oh,
street.
gotcha.
That was funny.
What was that story again?
I see you, B. I see you, B.
My grandmother
What's that,
said that there's a drunk walking with one foot on the curb, one in the street. And a cop walked up on him and said, "Man, you're drunk." The guy said, "Thank God, I thought I was crippled."
And then as he got his new shiny bracelets and was carried off to Happy Land.
I would think that they would say, "Good going. You're walking drunk instead of driving drunk."
Well, I think that takes a little bit of skill to have one leg down there in the gutter walking and one leg up on the sidewalk. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So he was
Yeah.
keeping
No
it
matter
together.
what, no matter what, you're going to get yourself fined. You're going to get for public and tax, or you're going to get for drinking and driving.
Well, you got to
You know.
remember this was the early 70s,
Well, I know that.
but things like that didn't kick.
They were a lot more
Oh,
lenient on
okay.
drunken driving back then.
Yeah.
Well,
Hey,
and
Christy.
I know that. My God.
Back then, I could go
actually
into
did
the
pull a
liquor
cop
store and
out for
buy
one.
beer and cigarettes for my grandmother, my mother, and all that.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, me
yeah.
too. I used to go.
Oh yeah,
you know,
we did that.
a note from my mother and go down to the
Yep.
store.
Now you didn't even need a note.
Yeah.
All you did just walk in.
Yeah.
And by the time your parents got it, it was half full, and they want to know why.
You had already smoked that pack of cigarettes by the time your parents found out.
They had accounts. You go in there and get you one, and they wouldn't know that until you bought you one.
Yep. Yeah, we did that all the time for that.
Now we had
Yeah,
the laundromat that I used to go to when my washer was down. There'd be that cigarette machine. Kids would come in, go put the money in, pull the thing, and the cigarettes would go, and off they go. Nobody even said a thing. You know, you don't know if they're smoking them or they're taking them home to their mom or dad. You know,
Yeah.
it didn't matter. You just didn't ask.
Yeah.
And
Are
at
they-
that time, I
WTF.
walked 7 blocks to school and by myself. And I wasn't but 8, 9-year-old.
WTF, Mike, the link's still in chat, or just put it back in chat. Hey, Stevie.
Stevie.
Popped up in chat. Hope your head's feeling better. Hope you're feeling better.
I was wondering where she was at. I missed the part where you said where she was at.
Yeah, she's got a headache. I think it's caused from a toothache, actually, and it, you know.
Or is it from you?
Hello,
Hey,
Stevie.
you never know. I won't admit to it.
I don't blame you. Oh,
Where are we at? Guys, we still got about 30 minutes left. Anybody wants to join us? The link's in chat.
How many rags do you have next to your bed that you put on your head?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, bandanas?
Well, yeah, sure. If that's what you want to call them.
Rags. It sounds better than rags.
Yeah, it kind of does. Yeah. Just any old rag.
They're not next to the bed, though.
Hey.
Not. So you wear them and then put them next to your bed.
No, I click off live and I take it off.
Oh, and then put it next to your bed.
No.
Mhm. Now, do they get a little bit crusty after a while? Is that how they get nice and stiff?
Mike is flashing backstage. He's like, "Get me up there!"
Oh.
there used to be a joke. I can't remember how it goes, but at the end, there was this old guy hollering, "Ragman, Ragman."
Well,
Well.
What did Christy do? Yeah. Hold on a second. I got to figure out what Christy did. She hurt herself somehow.
Ouch. Yeah, she
Broke
dropped the
her toe.
rotor on her toes. Yeah.
Broken toes. Rotor will do it.
Yep.
Lord have mercy.
You better go to the doctor with it. Don't just let it sit there and fester.
Well, I'm sure she did.
my aunt did that and wound up setting up gangrene and wound up losing the toe.
That's
Wow.
awful.
Was
And
it
then-
a rotor got your aunt?
That was a 1 pound can of beans.
Damn.
Now, how much longer do you have, Moggs, before you get off of here?
About 25 minutes.
Oh, so you'll be 25 minutes until you get off?
Yes.
Oh, I
You're
thought so.
exactly right. We'll make it 27 minutes.
So anyway, when
Well,
I just want to tell you something.
Okay.
When
We're listening.
when I was a little girl, I had this male dog, and I was playing with it in the dining area, and my mama was in the kitchen. What are you doing, Mike? You choking over there?
Yes.
See, you know.
I already told you guys there was a Red Rocket story.
Come on, Kathy. Come on, Kathy. Get it out here. We got to know now. You can't stop now.
Well, I was a young girl, right?
How young?
I was probably about 8 years old.
Oh, so old enough to know better than doing this.
Well, no, but the thing was is that as a young girl, I was a farm
Curious.
girl. I was a farm girl. But anyway, my mama was in the kitchen, and I was in the dining area, and I was playing with my dog and everything, and he was, roughhousing and everything. And the dog rolled over, and his little pink thing was sticking out.
So he wasn't roughhousing, actually.
Well, I didn't.
That's just the way you phrase it.
But no, I was. Well, anyway, shut the fuck up and listen.
Okay. I'm just trying to help you out.
No, you don't need to fucking
No, you
help me out, Mike.
You gotta think back to the beginning of the story, Michael. She already told you she was playing with the dog in the kitchen.
Right. Strategic
Anyway.
heading.
But
Go ahead.
how else you gonna say you're playing with the dog,
Well,
But anyway, so anyway, as he rolled over,
and you.
I seen this pink thing sticking out, and
Mhm.
I yelled from I go, Mama, something's wrong with the dog. And when she come in,
His guts is hanging out. Oh, go ahead.
she goes, don't touch it, just let it go.
Just let it go, yeah.
Let it go, huh?
And she,
Don't rub his belly anymore.
but she told me not to touch it. So, and to let the dog go and everything. And how was I to know that it was? I'd never seen that come out of a male dog before.
Stevie got it. She said, "Can I pet that dog?"
Hey.
I put that go.
And every man that got near you after that day, that dog attacked.
I
Oh,
didn't touch. I never touched that penis.
Well, it's your story. Tell it the way you want to. It's your story.
That's
Well, what do you
I'm telling
reckon got the dog in this state? I mean,
don't
what I'm trying
know.
to say is,
I was only
Belly
8
rub.
years old. How am I supposed
there was some heavy petting going on, Michael.
I guarantee it. Old Rover got to slapping that foot on. Come on, Kathy.
She carrying the dog around like a case of beer.
Ruh-roh.
I mean-
Ruh-roh. Time to get down.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was shocked the time when I when I went out to feed my grandma's horse, and
Oh,
something. Oh my God!
he
that
didn't
thing
end up
was-
on his back too, did he?
No, go, but that thing was hanging down, and I'm like, what's going on?
He's got a kickstand, just like my bike.
Well, my cousin was going to saddle that thing for me to ride it. I met the horse.
Oh, your cousin wasn't from Tijuana, was he?
Well, after it
They got saddles
disappeared,
especially made for that.
after that thing hanging disappeared, my cousin had saddled the horse for me, so
Hey,
I went horse riding. Well, here that my cousin didn't put the saddle on correctly, and the saddle slid, and it slid down the side, and here I am trying to hang on, and I'm screaming because the saddle, I'm riding the side. You talk about side saddle. I was riding on side on the horse until it started bucking, and then ended up kicking me off, and then I ended up flying. But
just get right back on.
I think, no. How could I get back on? The damn
Well,
saddle was all
when you get
wonky.
thrown off a horse as you get back on.
Hey, Phyllis.
I think that the horse was mad because my cousin must have interrupted, whatever that horse was doing, because its thing was hanging, and
Apparently, Kathy was sitting on the fence over there waiting with a bucket of feed in her lap.
With a BB gun.
well, and then my cousin, when I said something to my cousin, and I said, "What's that?" He goes, "Never mind." He goes, "You're just gonna ride it, And well, I didn't know what the
You need to clarify, what does riding mean in this situation?
The horse.
Okay.
Ride the horse.
Okay.
But the
Jay
story.
Fritz says, Kathy, when Kathy saw that horse, every man in the world is a disappointment.
Hey, does the horse?
I bet the horse was tired, right, Christy? Patting cock with big peckers. Well, how far are you? What?
Do we have to put the kickstand down every time we park the horse?
Well,
Oh my.
maybe another time I'll tell you when you have time about the nursing home. I mean, all
Is there a
these
long
cock.
story?
Could we make time for it? How long?
We got 20 minutes. It won't be that long.
Yeah. Come on,
Yeah.
Kathy.
Well, the thing of it is
Chicken
that
stuff.
I've had a lot of cock stories, and then I ended up going into nursing. So
I just have to say
What?
this: does the nursing home story involves another animal? Because
yeah,
I think we're
Yeah.
developing a pattern here about animals, Kathy. Anyway, go ahead.
is there a problem if your name is Mike or Michael or what the fuck, Mike? You got some kind of head problem?
You got about as bad as head problem as you do with animals. So.
Oh, yay.
Yay or nay?
I hope you don't meet up with Bigfoot.
Nay means nay, Kathy.
Mike.
Wendell, are you doing all right?
No.
Now that the wax is melted out of his ears.
Oh.
On you.
Like I say, I hope she don't run into Bigfoot. That's all I can say.
They don't call him big for nothing.
Oh, man.
Kathy, will you please? Do we have time? You could tell the story. I won't interrupt, I promise.
Are you kidding?
Yes.
Wait, you know damn well I'm gonna interrupt. Just when you get to the good part, I'm saying something.
Oh.
We've done heard about Rex the Wonder Horse and Ren 1010 and the Red Rocket.
Who?
Fred the Moose, Ben 1010, Rex the Horse, yeah.
Fred the
Robert
Moose.
Van how's it going?
How's it go?
Oh,
Robert says, I've been lurking in for the past hour. This chat just took a turn to the imagination.
Well, so anyway, I was working in a nursing home, of course. And me and my fellow nurse, we were getting ready to pass meds. So I was standing there. She was in the med room getting all the meds ready and everything, and I was standing there and doing a few things, and up comes this woman. She was coming to visit her husband, and I said hello to Mrs. B and everything, and she had asked me, she says, do you have a dog? And I said, yeah. She goes, what kind of dog? And I said, I have a little dog. And she goes, oh, you should get a big dog. And I go, oh, well, she ends up, then when she's telling me about it, oh God.
Oh, bring it, man.
She said that big dogs are so much better because when they give it to you, they go, and they go real fast. She was letting the dog fuck her.
Lord have
And
mercy.
she was taking
Put the
a
kids to
crap in
bed.
her hand. I was like, what in the hell? What in the hell?
Good, Michael.
That's what I
oh God. And on that day, Kathy got a new gig as part-time dog sitter.
you better
Large
call
breed.
Caesar Milan.
Specialized
That's
in
all
large
it is.
breeds.
So then, and so she leaves to go see her husband down the hall. And out comes my partner. Her name is Linda. And Linda comes out there laughing her ass off. And she's going, you know, she don't think that she could pass the meds. And I'm, because she's laughing hard because Mrs. B is telling us how she lets her German Shepherd fuck her.
Lord have mercy. Well, what does her husband think while she's visiting her husband?
Now
He
listen.
didn't take it. Go ahead.
Okay. So the next day, you know, we're probably pretty much in the same position. Me and Linda are getting ready to pass the meds because it's around mealtime.
Where's
And
the dog at now?
now, well, wait a
Go
minute.
ahead. Sorry.
If you fucking shut your fucking
know
hole for a fucking minute.
I will. Go ahead.
We got it. We got to curb that a little bit.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's right. No, I say it, but it's not every other word.
Oh, well. Okay. Then maybe I should watch my mouth then. Okay. Let me see. Where's my mirror? So anyway, Michael, be quiet.
I will.
So, all right. So anyway, she comes in and she's got the dog with her this time. She brought her dog. She says hello to us and she goes to her husband's room, And when it's time to pass the meds, my friend Linda says, "Here, take these in there to him." And I said, no way am I going in that room. Who knows what I would have seen if I would
Yeah.
have knocked on that door. There might have been a threesome going on. Hell, I don't know. So we
Patrick,
go down into the dining
Hey,
area
Patrick.
while they're eating. Go down there in the dining room, and we just, passing meds and stuff like that. And out she comes, and she's got her husband with her and that damn dog. And
Good night, Christy.
she sets with her husband, and then pulls out the chair for the dog to sit on the third chair and asks for a plate so the dog can eat with them. She's acting like this dog is a human being that can sit there at the table and eat off a plate. You know.
Well, he could do it.
No.
Mm-hmm.
No.
I mean, apparently he's pretty capable of doing a lot of things.
Like being damn big.
Christy, good night. Feel better.
So how did you end up getting the medication to the guy?
The what?
How did you end up getting the medication to the guy? Who ended up going in there to give him his meds?
Nobody gave him his meds in his room. We waited till he come out, and then we ended up giving it to him while he was at the table with his wife and I don't know.
I just think that.
Well, when you were standing outside the door, did it sound like there was a standing ovation in the inside?
I just think it was wrong with a woman to be flaunting the replacement for her husband in his face.
Well, but the thing of it is,
And they call him man's best friend.
Damn right. See, that's what I mean, Mike. Hey, and you know what? Really, he's probably mad because he probably supported that dog. I mean, he fed him. And then, when the man's down, the dog kicks him. Or worse than kick. You know what I mean? So
he says, I'm getting a job at a farm or a nursing home.
Was he neutered?
shortly after the husband found out he was. I guarantee you. That was a DIY. Bring me that propane torch. Come here, Rover.
4 months later, the wife come back. I'm gonna have puppies.
Oh,
Bow wow wow yippee yo yippee yay.
but really, who goes around telling people that they let their dog do that to them?
Yeah, no.
So how long till you owned a German Shepherd then?
Well, the thing of it is really what aggravated me was that I had to chart this shit. Can you imagine how I have to word it?
Right, Christy? Was it bark worse than a bite?
Well, one thing I got to say is that woman, I can guarantee you she wouldn't lie to you, because if she'll tell you that, she won't hide anything else from you.
Uh-huh.
No, I mean, she's a very boisterous woman, Mrs. B was.
I don't like it.
I mean, hey, I walked in when this guy's woman, wife come to visit. I walked in to give him meds, and what happened? She was down on her knees,
Yeah.
doing what, having, I don't know.
Where was her husband at? He was sitting there forced to.
That you named the puppy love.
Mm.
So and when you got to chart that, how do you word it? And that's why it's like, the doctor would come in and read it. He's cracking up laughing, and it was like the other nurse would say, sometimes I walk in here saying I can't wait to read what you've charted to see what's
Mhm.
happened. Because
So
it
what'd you
seems to happen
write on the
here.
chart then, Kathy? Did you start putting the lyrics of like how much of that doggy in the window or what?
This world went to the dog, that's for sure.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, I've learned something new tonight. Hey, I guarantee you, he was sought after as a service dog. Sure enough.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I was kind of surprised when the doctor said maybe we need to call her a vet. You know,
She looked like she's got parvo.
I'm not the doctor for him.
Y'all
Probably
remember
still
what
has the
happened to old Yeller?
I am a bow wow dog. Bow bow.
Bow bow.
Probably still has the bite marks on the back of her neck still, Mike.
Now, Tina, now you behave, young lady.
Wow. It's just interesting night.
Kathy, thank you for the exciting stories.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah.
And the animal, Marlon Perkins jaw would drop to hear these animal stories.
Oh, I bet you Marlon Perkins has got
I
a bunch
thought
of
Naomi
stories.
had good stories.
P.T. Barnum didn't have shit on Kathy with them animals there now, I'm telling you.
My grandfather had drove for the Barnum and Bailey circus train.
Oh,
That
yeah.
explains a lot.
Yeah,
There we go.
yeah.
That explains a lot.
Watch the dog.
Just to watch the dog.
Damn right.
New meaning to beware the dog.
Don't turn your back on him.
Don't trip and fall in that.
Damn right.
Gives a new meaning to a conjugal visit. Wow.
Hey, Robert. Oh, Lord.
I think that's all my stories then. Right, Mike?
Yeah. There's a few more, but you need something else to talk about later.
Yeah. We can't get them all in tonight.
Well, I wasn't going to give you any more.
Kathy, that.
Brendo, keep it down there. You're just getting out of hand.
Just start panting, Michael, and bark a little bit. She'll be all over.
Or get back to old Mr. Ed back there. Stomp your foot 3 times if you're happy.
Just start panting and roll over on your back.
Moggs, are you going to let Mike talk
Yes,
to me
he
like
is.
that?
Am I going to do what?
Are you going to let WTF Mike talk to me like that?
I was talking to Michael.
But he's talking
One
about
demerit
me.
to WTF. One demerit to WTF Mike. Mark that down on the calendar.
But these two mics are talking about me.
Lovingly. Now, if you take it the wrong way, Kathy, you know we
I don't want
appreciate.
to hear about taking anything the wrong way.
Well, we've already had enough. Yeah, I reckon you have faced enough of that.
We already covered that.
Tune in next week for another exciting animal tale.
Kathy gets chased by a cock in the milking story.
I mean, you don't live your life and not have a few stories to tell.
This is true.
Yeah.
I mean, don't you people have any good stories?
Nothing like that.
Hell,
Nothing like that.
None of them three. You holding first place,
No.
Kathy.
Third place.
All mine deal with the human species.
Kind of avoided the bestiality.
You know but you know what really gets me is though it's kind of like say on Christmas when like my two grandsons pull up a chair and says, "Queen, tell us a story," because what story do you want me to tell? Because they want to laugh.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I told them. I said, "You just want to laugh at me. No, we just want to hear some stories.
So how many times have they heard these stories?
Oh, who knows? The best one was Thanksgiving. Her grandson looked at her, Grandma, the turkey legs are longer than yours.
See, Kathy, I don't believe they're laughing at you.
It's with.
You are providing. There you go. You providing the entertainment for them and telling
Well,
the stories.
Well, no. The thing of it is that like when I was growing up, my grandmother told me stories, and me as a grandmother, I like to tell stories of the happenings that happened to me.
Right.
So I like to carry on that, and I would have figured that when my grandkids get older, they're going to tell their kids, things and stories about me.
I wouldn't tell my
Right.
that I did.
You know.
Well, do you have any Christmas reindeer stories?
Right, Richie?
Like I'm going to say it if I did.
Caribou tales.
That sounds like a yes.
Rudolph,
Oh, guys.
with your nose so bright.
I wonder what made it light it up at night.
Well,
He was a freak.
I,
Sorry.
oh,
Guess I'm just one of those other reindeer.
Oh.
Guys, I want to thank everybody for hanging out today.
In that sleigh.
Yeah, good show, Mogs. Thanks for having me up, but appreciate it.
And yeah, I'm definitely interested in your next cookout or your cook
Yeah.
off.
Yeah, you and Stevie got my email and anything, so you can let me know or whatever.
Will do.
Then if not, then I'll just is your email in the about section?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll grab your email and send you something so I can send you a link then if you want to join.
Very good.
Oh,
Well.
and I'm there as well. Wow.
Very good.
Yeah, she's one of my hosts. Her and USA All Day that was in the chat earlier host for me.
Uh-huh.
And
Yeah, I
critique
think it would
and
be
talk
fun.
about.
I got to think
It
about
is. It's pretty fun.
those ingredients.
I will send them to Stevie, or I'll send them to you. I'll find your email on your about and send them to you.
Very good.
Well, all right. Thanks for having me. Great show, buddy. Appreciate it.
take care,
Thank you,
Mike.
man.
Yeah,
I'll
take care.
see ya.
guys.
See you,
All right,
Mike.
see you.
Good night.
I'll see you guys.
Hey,
Good
it's
night,
good to
Kathy.
see all y'all. Kathy, thank you for the stories.
Uh-huh.
Indeed. That was fun.
Wendell, good to see you. Mogs, good to see you also. Thanks for providing the place to do this at.
Oh, my pleasure, Michael. Thanks
Hey,
for hanging in. Good to see
I'm
you.
checking out. Got to hunt in the morning.
All right,
Y'all
good
have
luck.
a good evening. Later.
Good night, everybody.
Good shit.
I'm going too.
All right, Wendell, take care of yourself, man. Well, I hope you guys had a good time tonight. I know it got a little, we're adults. But yeah, if you had a good time tonight, please hit that like button and leave comments. If you're new, subscribe, share it out. We will be back on Tuesday. So I'm sure Stevie B will be up and feeling better by then. I hope so. All right, guys, you have an amazing weekend. And take care of yourselves. Take care of one another. We love you. Peace and God bless.